Well, hello everyone. Welcome back, guys. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddin, and today we are going to solve lab number 4 from server-side template injection module. And I am covering all these labs from Web Security Academy introduced by Portswigger. That's been said, let's go and we see what this lab is all about. But before that, as always, this little disclaimer for you that this video and its contents are only for educational and awareness purpose, and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. So that's been said, let's go. So the lab is going to be lab number 4, server-side template injection in an unknown language with a documented exploit. That means that the exploit you find here is going to be documented somewhere on internet. You will find that. And the agenda is this lab is vulnerable to server-side template injection vulnerability. And to solve the lab, identify the template engine and find a documented exploit online that you can use to execute arbitrary command. And then again, we have to delete the morale.txt file which exists in the Carlos home directory. So I already opened up the burp suite here, and this is the lab. So as you can see, there is nothing much, like we don't have any account this time to log in and to review the code or something like this. But first of all, I'm going to start the burp proxy on my browser. In real-time engagement or real-life engagement, you may go for the subdomain enumeration. You can go for the directory and file enumeration, and you do a bunch of things to enumerate the specific areas of this application. But here, because we know that this lab is vulnerable to server-side template injection, so we will just go and see anything that reflects our input. So here we don't have anything to input. Okay, so let's go and see any of these products. Let's go to see this product, and there is nothing. Return to the list. Okay, go to the HTTP history, product ID 2. Also there, if we see, there is a parameter which is product ID and its value is 2. But this value is not reflected anywhere, right? Okay, choose any other product. Nothing much. Back, return to the list. Okay, try this. Fine. This one. Okay, we can do one thing. Let's start from here, 7. So 7 again, there is nothing much. Let's say 8. Nothing much. Say 9. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the burp suite, and I'm going to send this request to the intruder. Go to the intruder, and here just clear all, and I just want to add this parameter as a payload position, and here I'm going to choose the payload simple list. Instead of simple list, I'm going to choose numbers, and numbers from 1 to 20, let's say, and each time it will increase 1. So first it will check the product number 1, then 2, then 3, like this. Okay, and for the decimal, let's say minimum integer 0, minimum fraction 0, and the maximum fraction is going to be 0. So now we have integer here. Okay, and just start attack here. Okay, so did you see something interesting here? If not, let me tell you. So if you see all these, for all these product IDs, you have the response 200. Response code is 200, right? But for the product ID 1, there is response status code is 302. That means it's redirecting us somewhere. So this is the URL with product ID 1. But if we see the response, so it's 302 means it's redirecting us, and redirecting us where? Redirecting us to another parameter named as message, and this is the value of this message. So in the initial steps, we did not choose the first product, right? Let's go back and choose this product. So as we choose this product, yes, unfortunately this product is out of stock, and this is what the message value, message parameter value here. That means whatever the message parameter value you specify here, you are gonna see it here. So let's try whether our idea is correct or not. So I'm just gonna say, let's say testing, hit enter, and testing. Wonderful. So this is the way to get server-side template injection. Once you see something like this where your input is gonna rendered on the web page, at that instant you may go for the server-side template injection testing. So this is the very good evidence that maybe perhaps this application is vulnerable to server-side template injection. So let's see. I'm going to try here some common testing payloads like 7x7. It could be 3x3 or anything you want just for testing, and hit enter. And whatever we write here, we found here as it is. That means maybe the template engine used in the backend of this application does not support this syntax. So let's try something else. And well done. This is what a tester last destination. Once we, as a tester, once we do not find anything, we try application to throw errors. And in those errors, we find a lot of information. So the first thing is here you can see this is the directory structure, I think, and it's using handlebar. So this application is using handlebar template engine, node underscore modules, and maybe this application is built on Node.js, because the directory I can see here is indicating us that the framework may be Node.js, built on this application, built on Node.js. Okay, very good. So let's go. I'm going to see payload all the things, SSTI, server-side template injection, and the very first link here, you find here, and there is handlebar command execution. So I'm going to start with JavaScript handlebar, this one. If you want to see more, you can go to the official website here, but this is used for command execution. Now the thing is, we know that this application is vulnerable for the server-side template injection, and the application is using handlebar's template engine. So let's go. I'm going to grab this, copy that, and go back here. Let's do this like testing, same like before. we are here. Now let's try to put this payload here and just hit enter. Okay, it's again throwing error, and maybe the request is not completed because we are dealing here with a lot of special characters. So I think the best idea is to encode this payload with URL encode. So this is the encoded form of this payload, and here in this payload you can see it's using the child process, and child process is going to be exec sync. You can also use exec, but I think exec sync is going to give you going to render the output on the browser. If you just use exec, maybe you will not find the command will be executed, but you will not find the rendered result on the browser. So it is a blind side, I think. So the best thing, I think, exec sync. So let's go, and this time I'm going to Control A and Control C to copy it back again here, and this time instead of testing I'm gonna paste the URL encoded payload and just hit enter. And well done, we see here the result, and as you can see morel.txt file is there. So to see the best view of the result of your command execution result, I'm just going to view the page source, view page source. Yeah, okay, so here you have the command output. Fine, so morel.txt file is there. Now what we can do, because we need to complete the lab, we need to delete the morel.txt file. So the first thing is I'm going to paste the payload here. This is the payload, copy that, come back here and paste it here. Fine, now instead of ls space hyphen la, we can do bunch of things, like let's say who am I, okay, and copy that, go to the, I'm going to close this, discard, and okay, we can change it here, who am I, and just encode it as URL. Control A, copy, come back here or here, and just instead of that paste the URL encoded value and hit enter. So once we hit enter, as you can see, this is going to be your command result, which is Carlos. So now my purpose is to just show you that you can execute commands successfully. Now go back to the main purpose to solve the lab, which is going to be with the deleting morel.txt. So rm space hyphen rf and morel.txt. So delete that, encode it as URL, Control A, Control C, and come back again here and just paste that, hit enter. And this time you are not going to see any result here because it is just going to delete the file, not showing you, okay, I delete the file or something like this. So, but once you come here, you can see, congratulations, you solved the lab and we solved the lab. But for your curiosity, you can just change the command here as before to list the file to see whether the file is deleted or not. Okay, and just encode it as URL, Control A, copy, come back here, delete that and paste the new payload and just hit enter. Now go down, come on, is it still there? or it's taking this output from the cache. Let me clear the cache first. Okay, go to the settings, clear data, and clear history, everything. Back again here, and just because this is the payload with listing command, just hit enter. And yeah, so as you can see here, now morel.txt file is not there, but before it was showing because the browser cached the data, so it showed that morel.txt is still there. So don't be confused and be confident and trust on your skills and go ahead. So that's it for this video. We already solved the lab, and I hope you learned something good, and I hope you understand the concept. If you have any query, you can put your query in the comment section, and if you like the video, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Bye.